I think for businesses like ours, we really thrive on being able to have access to the different materials that we need and to be able to make the choice of how to create our products. And we're really actually focused very much on local. We're very intentional with sourcing things in the U.S.
Which is one of the things that people like about Badger, right? Is because they feel like they're getting that local flavor from what you make. I'm here with Rebecca Hamilton, who is the co-CEO of Badger, which is a small business over in Gilsum, New Hampshire. I've had a great opportunity to visit Badger. It's a wonderful small business in New Hampshire. It has a great growth story, but also is really going to be affected by these tariffs that President Trump announced, 25% on Canada and Mexico. Their particular issue is the Canadian tariffs. And Rebecca, talk a little bit about how this is going to affect Badger.
Sure. Well, it will affect us in two main ways. One is that we export goods into Canada. Before the tariffs even took place, our Canadian distributor wrote to us to let us know that they'd be cutting all of their orders in half in anticipation. And we also expect to see some amount of our Canadian customers looking for Canadian products instead of buying American products. And so it just kind of takes a hit early on in the season. And right now, we haven't had as great a focus on distributing in Canada before, and we had plans to really increase our sales there this year. We did a lot of work with our distributors. We did a lot of work on the products that we were planning to bring in, and so it was particularly discouraging this year. In addition to our exports, we also purchase ingredients from both Canada and Mexico. Okay. So we don't have an option to just switch to the U.S. for a lot of those ingredients. At a certain point, if it impacts us too much, we would have to increase costs to our customers as well.
As President Trump has talked about tariffs, he hasn't acknowledged that it's consumers that ultimately pay these additional costs, because so many businesses like yours aren't able to absorb the costs because you're operating on thin margins and you don't have the capacity to do that. And so ultimately, it's consumers who pay. I've heard from businesses across New Hampshire, from chambers of commerce across the state that say, this is uncertainty. We can't afford to absorb these costs, and it's going to have a real impact on our business and on the economy of the state and the country.